I know. It's been a while since I've uploaded a actual what if. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I've already made a video and it's on a scheduled drop for Friday. So I'm not going to talk about it because there's already something coming discussing it. So let's just get into this video, get into this what if, and run these likes and watch time and consistency up. Let's get it. Irina tried to muffle her cries as she walked up to Kiba, her face red as she spoke. What do you mean he's dead? That's impossible. God can't be dead. Kiba, Rias, and the rest of her peerage winced as they heard the name. It wasn't just discomfort, it was instinct. Pain lanced through their heads like a dull spike, a remnant of something ancient and broken, a system that no longer functioned properly, yet still punished those who dared to speak too directly about its absence. Rias sighed softly as she stepped forward, her heels pressing into the grass with quiet finality. Her crimson hair shifted gently in the breeze, framing a face that was far more serious than usual. What Kiba meant to say, she began carefully, her tone measured, is that the man upstairs has been deceased since the end of the three-way war. Irina froze. The words didn't just reach her ears, they sank into her, heavy and suffocating. And ever since then, Rias continued, her gaze softening just slightly, Michael has been the one running things. She paused briefly before gesturing toward Kiba. That's why things like this. Her hand pointed directly at the blade that Kiba held, the holy devil sword. It shimmered faintly, an unnatural fusion of light and darkness coexisting within one single form, something that should not exist under the old laws of the world. Are now possible, Rias finished, because with the death of the creator, the balance between good and evil was disturbed. The silence that followed was suffocating. Xenovia slowly pushed herself up from her knees. Her movements were stiff, mechanical, as if her body no longer fully belonged to her. Her fingers trembled around the hilt of her Excalibur fragment, her knuckles whitening as she gripped it tighter. No, she whispered, her voice cracking, her lower lip trembling, tears welling in her eyes despite her best efforts to hold them back. That didn't happen, she continued, louder this time. I don't believe you. Her gaze snapped toward Rias, fury and desperation warring within her expression. You're lying! Kiba flinched. For a moment, just a moment, he felt something twist in his chest. He knew that feeling. The ground beneath your beliefs collapsing. The realization that everything you were taught, everything you trusted, was either incomplete or a lie. He took a step forward, intending to say something, anything, to soften the blow. But Rias spoke first. You can deny it all you want, she said gently, though her voice carried an unshakable firmness. You can think we're lying, if it makes it easier. She glanced once more at Kiba's blade. But it's the truth. Her blue-green eyes returned to Xenovia and Irina, steady and unwavering. And the proof is right in front of you. Irina's breath hitched. Xenovia's grip faltered. I'm sorry, Rias added quietly. You had to find out this way. 3 days later, the hallways of Cool Academy buzzed with the usual morning energy. Students chatting, lockers slamming, footsteps echoing against the polished floors. But among the crowd, 4 figures stood apart. Naruto and Sasuke walked side by side, their presence calm, grounded, almost casual despite everything that had transpired days before. But behind them, Rainier and Callender were anything but calm. Rainier walked close to Naruto, her fingers fidgeting restlessly at her sides. Every few steps, she would glance at him, as if to reassure herself he was still there, her violet eyes betraying a quiet unease she couldn't quite hide. Calvin, on the other hand, clung to Sasuke's arm with unusual insistence. Her grip was tight, possessive. Sasuke tolerated it, barely. Naruto noticed immediately. His sharp eyes flicked between the two fallen angels before he spoke. His tone casual but edged with concern. "Is everything alright?" he asked. "You both seem a bit off today." Rainier stiffened slightly. Her gaze shifted away as she forced a small smile, shaking her head quickly. "No, everything's fine." But her hands didn't stop fidgeting, and Naruto wasn't convinced. Sasuke exhaled quietly before prying Calvin's arm off his with mild irritation, creating just enough space to breathe. "No," he said bluntly. "He's right. You two are acting weird." He glanced sideways at Calvin, his dark eyes narrowing slightly. "You're never this clingy." Calvin clicked her tongue in annoyance, crossing her arms defensively. "Fine," she muttered. Her usual confidence wavered. "It's just..." She hesitated, her voice softening. "We don't want you two to go." That made Naruto pause. Sasuke's expression shifted, just slightly. Calvin looked away. "Ever since we met you," she continued, quieter now, "our lives have gotten a lot better." Her fists clenched at her side. "And we really like..." She stopped herself, swallowing hard before forcing the words out. "We really love you two." The hallway noises seemed to fade into the background. "And we don't want you to leave us," she finished, "because no one else could even come close to you." Sasuke stared at her, silent. This was the most vulnerable he had ever seen her. Naruto didn't hesitate. He stepped closer to Rainier, wrapping an arm around her waist and pulling her gently against him. She stiffened for a split second before relaxing into his hold, her tension easing just slightly. "What are you talking about?" Naruto said, his voice steady, reassuring. "As far as we know, we aren't going anywhere." Rainier blinked, looking up at him. Naruto smiled faintly. "We've got votes," he continued, "important ones." He began counting them off casually. "Yasaka's already on our side. Rias is getting a Surzek's vote because we beat Kakabio. Sona's working on Seraphal's for the same reason." He shrugged lightly. "That's 3 major votes already." His expression sharpened just a bit. "And Azazel's is basically guaranteed. We're useful to him, and he's useful to us." Rainier's grip tightened slightly on his shirt. "So relax," Naruto finished. "You've got nothing to worry about." For a moment, silence lingered. Then Sasuke let out a quiet chuckle. "I'm not gonna lie, dope," he said, rolling his shoulder as his hand brushed against the empty sleeve where his arm once was. "You've gotten a lot smarter since we got to this world." Naruto snorted. "Shut up, teen." But despite the banter, the tension didn't fully disappear, because somewhere beneath their words, there was still the quiet, unspoken fear that something bigger was already moving. Meanwhile, inside the only church in Kuo, silence reigned. It wasn't peaceful, it was hollow. The tall, stained glass windows cast fractured colors across the wooden floor, but even the light felt muted, like it had lost its purpose. The air carried the faint scent of old incense, lingering from rituals that now felt meaningless. Xenovia and Irina Shiru sat side by side in the very first pew, directly facing the altar. Their heads were slightly bowed. Their hands rested in their laps. Neither prayed. Both of their eyes were red-rimmed, raw, from tears that had long since stopped falling, leaving only exhaustion behind. Time passed. Neither of them spoke until Xenovia finally broke it. "Why are we even here?" she asked, her voice low and rough, stripped of its usual strength. But guys, I'm going to end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe while you're at it. There is no like goal, so out of the kindness of your heart, just hit the like button. But without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, fam.